Hi, welcome back. My name's Aryn and this is Aryn Kelson DIY. The Kelson part of our duo is not here. He is upstairs watching our girls, but it's okay because he didn't really have anything to do with this video anyway. But today we are going to be making one of those rainbow arch wall hangings, and I've seen these all over the internet. I don't really know who to give credit to because there's just so many, but we're gonna make a nice big one to hang on the playroom wall, which is the room I'm currently in. We're in our playroom, which I want to do a full makeover of this room someday, but for right now we're just doing a cute wall hanging and leaving it at that. If you like DIY content, if you want to follow us on our journey of renovating our home, then keep on watching and consider subscribing and we can be friends. Let's be friends. But for now, let's get to the tutorial of how I made this rainbow arch. So you will need 3 pool noodles. I got mine from the dollar store, different colors of yarn, and some white rope, which I also got from the dollar store. First, I tried to tie the yarn to the pool noodle, but it didn't really end up staying, and I just found that hot glue worked better. So just skip the tying step and just hot glue it in the beginning. Then you're just gonna wrap it around, the yarn around the pool noodle. I went several times around and then I'd stop and like scrunch it back together so that you can't see the pool noodle underneath. And then you're just gonna repeat that 1,000 times. I did find that it was easier to twist the pool noodle and hold the yarn in one spot so then it just kind of wraps itself instead of trying to use my arm to wrap it all the way around. Once you get to the end, you're going to take some hot glue and glue the yarn down. I recommend going all the way around to the outside of the pool noodle on the end just so that it stays in place and you don't have any parts falling off. Now we're going to take our second pool noodle and we're going to make it into the shape that we want, lining up one of the sides, and then you're going to cut off the excess that's hanging over. Hey Riley, do you want to play with this? Come here. You're so welcome. Now we're going to repeat all those steps again, but in blue. So we're hot gluing it, getting the edge of the yarn to stick to the pool noodle, and then we're going to twist it to wrap the yarn around to cover the whole thing. Keep twisting. At the end, add some more hot glue. Now is for the fun part. So we are going to now take our other noodle that is finished and we're going to try and connect these. First, I'm lining up the edges to make sure that the bottoms are lined up the way I want them to be. And I'm taking some hot glue and trying to attach them right at the ends. I am going to take a large headband, or you can use a rubber band or something like that to tie this in place so that they kind of stay connected. I'm going to do this on each side. So I'm starting on the edges and then I'm going to go to the middle and then work my way from the middle back to the edges. So you can see that big gap in between. These pool noodles really want to stay straight, so you have to kind of manipulate them into turning into this arch shape. For this project, you're gonna need so much hot glue. So much hot glue. Just keep hot gluing until it sticks together. Now we're gonna repeat those steps again, but with our third pool noodle. So I'm cutting off the excess. I'm taking the other 2 arches and I'm setting them aside, but I'm putting this headband around them to keep them from coming apart. Now we're hot gluing and we're wrapping this yellow yarn around the pool noodle. Now we are going to attach the yellow noodle to the rest of the rainbow. I am using the headbands again to kind of hold things in place as I'm hot gluing. But just use so much hot glue. I had to reinforce this a whole bunch to get it to stay together. So if you think you've used enough hot glue, use some more just to make sure that it stays together in the shape that you want it to be. Now we're gonna make the tassels. So I'm taking that rope and I'm folding it in half and cutting off the excess. I'm now gonna take some yarn and wrap it around the loop at the top. I'm gonna hot glue that in place and cut off the excess. I'm going to unravel my rope and now we're gonna brush it out. I found it was actually easier to use my fingers to kind of comb through the curls first and then brush it out. If you have a metal brush, like one that you'd use for a pet or something like that, that will probably work better than this hairbrush. So if you have one of those, I recommend using that instead. Now we're gonna give our tassel a trim just to make sure all the threads are about the same length. And then there you have it. We are now going to take this and we're going to stick it inside the hole of the pool noodle. I'm using a generous amount of hot glue to make sure that it stays inside. And we're just sticking it up. And there you have it. After you've inserted each of the tassels, I am then going to take my scissors and trim the excess so that they're all about the same length. You're going to repeat this step with each one of your rainbow arches. Now we're going to attach a way to hang it on the wall. I'm just taking some yarn and threading it through the back part of our rainbow arch. I used a comb. That's probably not the best way to do it. If you have like a crochet hook or something like that, it might be easier, but I'm just threading this through and then tying a knot. Then I'm doing the same thing on the other side. I'm just making sure that it is about this length that I need it to be so that it can hang without being able to see where it's hanging on the wall. If that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. See, I'm measuring it to about the middle of the top arch, like that. And so when it hangs, it'll look like that. And here's the big reveal. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, follow us on Instagram, you know, whatever. Also, I have to leave a shameless plug for my sister-in-law who makes these super cute earrings. Her shop is called Crystal Clay Co. And I'll leave a link to her shop in the description. And other than that, I hope you have a great day. And I'll see you guys in the next video.